Everybody loves to scream, "Free my man!" I was the main one. But what about when he's actually free? What about when he's standing in your kitchen, unsure how to fit into the life you built without him? Nobody talks about that part. What's up, everybody? It's your girl Spice from Spice's Diary, where every bite feeds the soul and every story heals the heart. And I've coined myself the retired prison wife because my husband served 22 years for a crime he didn't commit, and I served every single one of those days with him. He's been home for 4 years, and now we are navigating the reentry journey together. Nobody talks about how hard it is when your man comes home. They tell you to hold him down while he's inside, if they're not telling you to leave him. But what about when he's out? What about when you're face to face trying to rebuild something that time has changed? What about when the love is there, but the communication? It'd be like spaghetti and waffles. The habits, the power dynamic, all of that feels off. See, people love a reunion story. They love the "aww" and clap. Woo! Welcome home, brother. When a man finally comes home. But what they don't tell you is that love alone ain't enough. What happens after the homecoming, after the hugs and the "I miss you," my man. After you realize the person you've been waiting for isn't the same person that left. Because let's be real, prison changes a man. And while he was gone, I changed too. I had to. I built a life. I made decisions. I figured things out on my own. And now we're supposed to just blend back together seamlessly? Baby, it does not work like that. And if we're not careful, things can get messy really fast. Not because there's no love, but because we're both trying to figure out our place in our relationship. It's been reshaped by time and circumstance. And then we added business into the mix. Because, why not make things even more complicated? Y'all are crazy for real. For years, I ran the show. I paid the bills. I made the choices. I kept everything afloat. Now, I'm learning how to share that responsibility, to trust his leadership without feeling like I'm losing mine. And whew, girl. And at this big age, that is not easy. That is not as easy as it sounds. But let's be honest. When you've been holding it down alone for years, letting someone else step in feels like handing over the wheel while you're still on the freeway. And who does that? Like, sir, are you even licensed to drive this thing? Can I see your credentials? And who's your manager? Because I got questions. That's why communication has to be different now. It's not just how was your day. It's how do we make decisions together? What's triggering you from inside that I don't even know about? How do we both feel seen and heard? That's real important, ladies. We had to put real systems in place. Weekly business meetings so things don't get lost in emotion. Honest check-ins about reentry, stress, so little disagreements don't turn into big blow-ups. And most importantly, making time to just be husband and wife. Not business partners. Not co-survivors of this system. Just us. Because when we take the time to actually hear each other, when we move with intention instead of frustration, that's when things start to feel aligned instead of chaotic. So for my reentry wives, retired prison wives, my women who spent years holding it down, however you identify, we accept them all. Just know, I see you. I know this journey is harder than people think because love isn't the hard part. It's the adjustment, the unlearning, the rebuilding, the finding new ways to fit together when life has changed the shape of your relationship. But if you're in this fight, you don't have to do it alone. We're figuring it out. One conversation, one challenge, and yes, one magnet at a time.